Welcome aboard, I'm JasonOfArgo, and this is another episode of Cosmoteer Bounty Hunter. In this episode, we'll be claiming the funds necessary to create for ourselves a fleet. I don't want to just do Bounty Hunter, where I go around and smash up ships. I want to create a proper fleet, support ships and stuff. In fact, let me see. Am I actually able to do that right now? Can I create a... Although... One thing I have been wondering about the Deadly Havatum, however, is its efficiency. It is not the most efficient craft. Not by far. And I am kind of worried about the fact that I think these need to go in here. In fact, the electro bolts need to be a bit further up so that they have a wider firing arc. And it's not just that, however. There's other stuff that I'm concerned about. Namely, the fact that these missile launchers are not being reloaded as fast as they could be. What I could do is I could squash them in here. I could just put them as like part of the spine of the ship. They would only be able to launch out straight forward, but they would be right in the middle of the ship, at which point it really bugs me that you can only get in through these two doors. I guess since they're OP, just a little bit, it kind of requires that you balance it out by making them hard to reload. And my front, of course, is suffering heavily. I don't have the manpower up at the front of the ship to reload fast enough. I think I have enough ammo storage, but that's not really the problem. What I need is men that move quickly from storage to the guns. And I think I'm being a little bit too defensive. If I move the storage up and then put the quarters right here, I'll still be able to have some ammo like that. I'll still be able to have that at least. And I should get rid of these side doors because they're not really helping anybody. What they need is they need access right there. And okay, if I put all the storage up there, and I need more men. It's that simple. I need more quarters. If we could put a bunk right here, and perhaps we could do the same over on this side. That's not nearly going to be enough. At least I don't think so. If we have more doors like that. I know doors spread fires quickly, but I need men to move through the ship quickly as well. And ultimately, that's what I need to do. That's what I need more than anything else. But as for these missile launchers, what I want to do, I want to see if plonking down some corridors in between them would help. Of course, that's not going to do anything. Why have I done that? I need to scoot the entire ship down is what I need to do. I would like to go for more missiles, honestly. More missiles sounds like, but then we're trying to make the best use of our space. See, now they will have more options to slip around inside of the ship, and let's see how they handle that. Okay, first I need to turn on everything. Okay, this right here is a bit of a problem. If I could just move all this up. Let me in one moment. I just wanted the the missile factories to be slightly closer to the missile storage. Although, hold up, one more thing. Could I just switch those around so that now the doors? Oh, that was simple enough. That's an easy fix right there. Good. Except now FTL's in the way. I would like for them to just go straight up towards, to not have to go through FTL. Let's try to bring these down. See, now they can just, once they turn the power on, at least they'll be able to. Once you guys power it, please. Thank you. Although this central one is going to be sharing most of the burden. And it seems to be doing quite well for itself. Let's actually go attack somebody and see what happens. Although this front, I'm not liking it. But we'll deal with that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See, this right here is a big problem. These shields are not enough to stop heavy shots, and when heavy shots apparently penetrates directly through weapons as well, they go right through into the superstructure of the ship. And I do not have enough men manning the cannons to make this worthwhile. I might have to spread these out a little more. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. Even though I don't want to spend even more money on the Have At 'em. The game's necessities are making it so. I just noticed this little guy just sitting there shaking his head back and forth, thinking to himself, you know, how on earth did my life ever come to this? How is it that I came to be here, stuck in the middle of space? Well, it's because the deadly Have At 'em came for you, buddy. Let me just extend these out a little further, these moving walkways. These are invaluable. Will that be enough? I just don't have the critical mass of crewmen up at the top that I do at the bottom. Which is why I might... every single thing I do, dedicated entirely to making the deadly Have At 'em a little more deadly. You know what? What if I slid that out by 1? Slid this out by 1. Or 2, rather. And... like so. Might have reached a critical mass of crewmen, actually. And what might serve me better, instead of... I can drop a couple of quarters and use them instead for ammo factories. Alright. We'll just have to see how that works now, because we're in professional waters. We're gonna have to watch ourselves and just hope that our upgrades are enough. I don't like attacking those guys. There's 2 right together. They must be in a fleet together. If we can go for that unknown contact, then I think we'll be able to truly test our mettle. Hold up. Why are they getting so... why are they following me? It feels like they're following me. Oh gosh. It's... what is that? That is the wolf. Many, many cannons on many, many sides with electro bolts ready and waiting to tear me to shreds. Perhaps if we targeted the cannons first. Alright, let's slow this way down. See what happens in slow motion. We are only saved by the grace of his lack of maneuverability. What we need to do is we need to start pushing to the sides. Keep his guns focused away from us. Let's target that other cannon if we can. Man, it's just ripping us apart. It honestly is. Although we've taken out their point defenses, if we can just stay at the front, then I think we have this in the bag. Excellent, excellent. Target that cannon. That one's weak. There goes our ammo storage. Not surprised. Good. You see how they penetrate? It penetrates directly all the way through to my ammo. That is bad. Although I think it's over. And reload speed kept up pretty well, honestly. I feel like this design is working a little bit better than before. Although that might just be my optimism talking. And there we go, a tasty 86,000. Which puts us up to... Hold on, what do you mean cannot repair during combat? Oh, those... They're not thinking of chasing us, are they? There we go. Okay, so we only made about 10,000 off of that battle, but we did prove that we can actually hold our own with this design, which is really all I wanted to do. I think what we might actually be able to do is sacrifice a standard cannon, either this one or these two, and put in some more shield generators. Look, listen to me. Listen to me. This is ridiculous. What we need to do is we need to kill something. We need to kill that guy so that we can actually have enough money to build ourselves another ship. Gosh darn it. And this one should be absolutely no trouble. I noticed that everybody likes to prioritize the reloading of the missile launchers more than anything else. That's probably what's doing it. And it proves that I really do need kind of a critical mass of guys up at the front here. Is it because the AI knows that it takes more to fill up the missile launchers? Possibly, possibly. But it's very, very worrisome how shots are just tearing. First of all, this first shield layer is not enough. And gunshots, cannon shots tear straight through to the superstructure, which is not good. I am considering moving all of this up one. How expensive would that be? If it's too expensive, then I'm gonna forget about it and just get to work on my fleet. Another 25,000. Goodness gracious. Is that worth it? No, it's really not. Cancel that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start building our first support ship. Could I? Yeah. No work. I don't want that. How exactly do we do that? Let's save our game first, and then figure out where to build from there. Although, do we have to go into build mode first? Purchase another ship for our fleet. Oh. We probably will have to go into build mode first. So, I think that's our destination. You know what really bugs me to absolutely no end? There's no way to make it symmetrical when there's 3 in a row. I can't put it along this one this central line here. I can't put it down along that one. And that bugs me to no end. You have no idea. It's so annoying. Can I really not do that? No, I cannot. It just really bugs me that it doesn't line up like that. It doesn't line up. Although, no guts, no glory. What I want is an artillery ship, something that provides some punch. Now it's a bit more even. I want something that provides a bit more punch from a distance. And I want this thing to be hard-hitting and maneuverable, kind of like the Deadly Have Atom. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some storage and a reactor right there. Wow, I honestly did not expect it to be that expensive. Basically what I've done here is I've kind of got like a dedicated section for each ship. We got crew back here to handle this area, and we got crew up here to handle the guns. Let's see how that works out. Not too well, honestly. She's only really going to need to face the front, which is good, which is a good thing. Do I have enough money to actually buy her? What am I actually gonna name this? Oh, what am I gonna name this? I'm gonna name it the Dinky Doo because it's just a silly little thing that I threw together in an effort to have a little bit more firepower on my side. Because I lose front guns very quickly. Most of my gun power comes from the ion beams and the missiles. The guns are mostly just there for support. This will be my free-floating main artillery array. I think that's, although Dinky Doo is much easier on the tongue, I believe. So now that she's saved, we are just barely short of funds to buy the... Where's the Dinky Doo? Where's the Dinky Doo? Didn't I save the Dinky Doo? Oh no, I didn't actually save the Dinky Doo. I'll be right back. Strange how they sort of prioritize going around like this. Now, the thing about Dinky Doo is this is definitely going to be a ship that I'm going to have to micromanage a little bit more. I want them to stay on the edge of the fight. I want the Deadly Have Atom to be the first in, because I do not expect the Dinky Doo, which I need to save and name once again right now. Dinky Doo. Doo. Yes, we'll make it like that. Just for stylistic purposes. I do not expect the Dinky Doo to last very long at all. It's gonna take a couple of hits and then it's dead. And with that in mind, let's try and paint her up. All right, I think that looks good. She's got smiley faces and yin yangs and radioactive symbols, all of them saying, "I am both friendly and terrible to shoot at. Please do not kill me." And she's a nice camouflage green in order to keep her nice and hidden amongst the inky black backdrop of space. So, all right, we are finally ready. Ready to purchase our very first Dinky Doo for 215 with some money left over. How to play formations. Tell your ships to fly in formation. Good, okay. Dinky Doo, face front. She's a little bit silly looking. Alright. Now then. We shall select both ships, and with that in mind, we shall work in a wedge formation. The Dinky-Doo shall stay at the sides. Yes, settle in. Settle down. Settle down, class. Settle down. There we are. Okay, now, we're finally working with a fleet. I'm not entirely sure why they aren't... Ah, okay. Okay, this formation is simply not working. We need to just, move as... We need to just try to move as one unit. And I will just have to micromanage the Dinky-Doo so to make sure that... Oh, goodness gracious me. She is much faster than the Deadly Havatum. This is going to take a little bit more micromanaging than I'm used to, but I think it'll be worth it. Let's save our game and see how our first fleet battle goes. Haha! Yes, this shall be our first actual fleet battle, will it not? I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go up against something... No, it won't even last long enough. We need to go up against some veterans. That's what we're here for. We're here to kill veterans. This is a dragon, a Diagon Death Eater. So we're gonna... A Death Dealer, so we're gonna have to play this pretty, cautiously. I believe the Deadly Havatum will have its usual problems of having its frontal... Well, actually, no. This might not... This might not be much trouble at all. No, it was not. Excellent work, Deadly Havatum. We didn't even need the Dinky-Doo there. Ah, but we have a new challenger approaching from behind. If we had scanners, this would be a lot easier, because then we could actually see what enemies that we would be facing. Alright. Dinky-Doo, there are 2 groups of 2 enemies each. We're going to have to move into a wedge formation. I'm going to need you right there. Okay, surely you can do better than that. You can stay in formation, can't you? Dinky-Doo, it's really not that difficult. You need some more lateral thrust. That's what you need. I shall replace it with large... There we go. Now we're talking. And we should go and destroy these enemies over here. Alright, they're coming right at us. Let's slow it down a little. We're facing a Stomper. Not too worried about that. And a Slicer. Alright, alright. We're going to have to... The Stomper is clearly the more dangerous of the 2. So we shall ask all of our guns to train on that, on those cannons right there. Let's see what happens. Oh, goodness. Slow it down, slow it down. They are already turning away from us. Bad idea on their part. I can already tell this is over. Very nice. The Slicer is now slicing. But not for much longer. Slicer, no slicing. Excellent. Excellent work. I can already tell the Dinky-Doo is going to be an invaluable asset. With those 4 extra cannons coming in from the sides, there's really no... They are reloading, barely fast enough to keep up, which is exactly how I like it. Good, good. This is going well. It's going quite well. Now we'll see. We'll see if we can clear out an entire nest of professionals. Gonna say, formations could use a little work. I don't think it needs to be quite that... Ooh, goodness gracious me. Sorry about that. Dinky Doo, you need to focus on that ion frigate, which didn't really need focusing on. Have at him, please turn your big bottom towards it. And there we have it. Our first real fleet action. And we took down 2 fleets with hardly any damage to our own. Dinky Doo has proved itself in battle. Although not quite yet. How long have I been going? I have been going for an hour, which means that the true test of the Dinky Doo, which is to say, when we fight enemies that tear up the deadly have-at-em and leave the Dinky Doo to be our only real hope of victory, that will be the true test, but that will have to wait for another episode. As for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am and will remain your captain, and I will see you all on the next leg of our journey. Bye-bye.